Welcome everybody to our Pet Grief Support Workshop. My name is Nikki Vasconez. I'm an animal communicator, and we're here tonight with my husband, Michael, a life transformation coach. He's going to be leading you guys through the coaching portion of today's call. But before we begin, I just want to cover some things about grief. So grief is a very normal human emotion and process and journey we go through. We don't want to stop grief, but we don't want it to consume us and to stop our life. So not everybody understands grieving for an animal. You might not feel support from your family or your coworkers. Oh, it's just an animal. We've heard that, right? But it's not, and you're not crazy. Grieving an animal for animal lovers is often harder than human family members. For some reason, when we lose a parent or a family member, it's expected. We know that's going to happen. It's not easy, but sometimes it's easier than our beloved pets. So the purpose of this workshop tonight is to empower you, to help you move forward and not be stuck in the grief. Because for some of you, I'm sure you might be feeling like it might be 10 years ago that your animal passed, but it still feels like it was 3 days ago. So we want to help you step forward and get beyond that, because when you're stuck, you can't continue on. It's harder for you to receive messages from your pet. So speaking of messages, my poodle wants to join us. Yes, Merlin. He thought I was calling him in. So we can all receive messages from our pets on the other side. You don't have to be a professional animal communicator like me. We can all do it. All right. And there's two important things about this. One, to get a message from your pet on the other side, you do absolutely nothing, because they are going to try to they are sending you signs right now, and they're going to keep doing it and keep doing it until you receive those messages. Now, two, it helps if you're not deep in the grieving process. Now, you don't have to do anything to receive a message, but it helps if you're not deep in the grief. Now, what do I mean by that? If our shoulders are hunched forward, our chin is down, our chest is closed off, our vantage point is this, okay? So signs can still come in. They can come in right here. What we want is to be the signs to be out here, to see all of these signs, okay? So by doing this workshop tonight and releasing some of the guilt you might be feeling, some of the what ifs, the shame, we're hoping that you go from maybe this to this to this or to this, okay? Some of the signs that you might receive from your pet, and you might have already received, there's several. So sound, you hear them. You hear their footprints down the hallway. You hear their bark. That is not just you missing them. That is them coming through and saying hello. The second sign that's common is you feel them. Maybe you feel them brush up against your leg, or what's really common is you feel them jump up onto the bed. And often what happens is you think it's your other animal that jumped up onto the bed, and then you look and your other pet is asleep, okay? That's your animal visiting you. Sometimes it's just a knowing. All of a sudden you just feel them around you. That is them. Another way, it's called a visitation in your dreams. So a visitation is different than a dream. A visitation feels so real. You wake up and you're like, holy smokes, I was with my pet again. It has this surreal feeling. You'll know the difference. And then another one is signs in nature. Do you keep seeing that repetitive yellow flower? Do you keep seeing, I don't know, something so simple, like you keep seeing a red robin on a fence post, no matter wherever you go, or butterflies are always landing on your car, right? Repetitive signs in nature are your animals coming through saying, hey mom, hey dad, I'm right here. Do you see me? So when you see these signs, allow yourself to really know and to believe that it is your animal coming through, because they're trying, like I said, to send you messages all the time. And they're going to keep doing it until you get it. So if they're sending you yellow flowers and you're not getting it, or you're not realizing that's them, they're going to be like, okay, let's try something else. The butterflies come, or you hear the barks. Once you get it and you're like, oh, thank you. Like that was from you. Thank you so much. I love you. I miss you. They're like, oh, they got it. You get more of that. And another sign that I forgot to mention earlier is seeing. Out of the corner of your eye, you might see them walk by. You see a flash of them and you look like you just saw them. You did. They're still with you. So, and I know this is true because this is what the animals tell me. I talk to animals both living and in spirit. And every single animal in spirit that I connect with during a session can see you, can hear you, talks about your home, your life right now. A question I always ask them, and that I love, it's so fun because the answers are hysterical. I say, I ask this for both living and in spirit. I say, is there something in your human's home that is disruptive or bothersome to you? So it's hysterical what the animals say. They're in spirit, but they comment on that brand new rug you bought after their passing or a couple of days ago. And it's like, how did they know that? How did I know that? Because they told me, because they can still see you. An example of an animal in spirit commenting about not liking something in the home is, I connected with a dog, her name was Petunia. And she said, why is there she showed me the image of this runner, a carpet runner, underneath the dining room table. And she said, why is that carpet there? It's totally useless. I share whatever comes through. I didn't know what that meant. After the communication, her mom, the human mom, contacted me and was hysterically cracking up because she has a runner under her kitchen, under the dining room table. And she has been saying to her husband, why is this runner here? It's completely useless. They're with you. All right. So throughout this workshop tonight, Michael's going to take you through a little journey, give you some techniques to connect with your animal, to help you release any guilt you might be holding onto or harnessing. So get ready, get your pen and paper out, and I'm going to pass it off to Michael.
Okay. So let us begin. Once again, relaxation. Give yourself the ability to relax, the permission to relax with us as a group tonight. And ahead of time, thank you for your trust, for being with us tonight and allowing me to guide you through this and allowing Nikki to guide you through this. So I would like you all to close your eyes. And I would like you to imagine yourself in your own energy. The heart space is located in the middle of your higher energy centers and your lower energy centers. The heart space is what we're going to open up tonight. The green color. We can put ourselves in a bubble of green, a sphere of green. If there's a different color coming to you, use that color. And as we are in this green, we're inviting our heart to open. We are here to connect with an animal of your choosing. And I would like you to think about how you're looking through the green sphere out into pretty much a very endless but beautiful space. And you're going to reach out to your animal. It may come to you in different pictures. It might actually look like the animal. It might be an energy or a color in itself. And don't second guess whatever's coming. Just that's what it is. And I would like you also to invite that into a green energy. Now, this energy that you are seeing, it is not in your bubble. It is inviting it to enter into its own bubble of green energy. We are connecting in through the heart. We are connecting in through the same energies. And there will be a tether from your sphere into that sphere. Giving your heart space permission to connect into another's energy. It could be a chain, it could be a golden beam of light. Allow yourself to dance in this place just for a moment. And in your own way, communicate with the pet, the animal, that you're going to be writing a letter to it. And in your own time, you can open your eyes and we're going to begin writing our letter. Much of grief is things unsaid, things undone that we wish we did or that we wish we said. And communication is a very, very powerful tool to master in life. So we're going to use communication through this letter. Communication can move energy. When we communicate properly and say what needs to be said, great energy can be moved in us. So I'd like you to get your letter. And I would like you to start the letter however you would like. Normally it's like dear or to. Open that letter up to connect with who it is, maybe multiple, it might be single, whoever it is. Open up your letter and connect with whoever it is that you're connecting with. Now we are going to enter the first section of this letter is going to be what brought you here. But speak to who you are speaking to. What brought you here? I'm going to play some music again and speak just very briefly to keep your pen moving. It's very important that when we are writing now, the pen and the pencil does not leave the page. Keep writing until I say that we are done writing. Keep that pen and pencil flowing. Grammatical errors don't exist tonight. Just flow. You don't need periods. You don't need anything like that. Just keep that pen and pencil continuously on that paper and just flow. What brought you here tonight? Give yourself another thought or two. You can bring this segment to a close. Now we are going to move back into some more writing, and it's going to be everything that you want to say to your pet that you feel that you never said, expressed, all the regrets. If there's any regrets happening within you about the passing, now's the time to let it all out through this pen. Anything regretful, no matter how simple it may seem to you. And when you talk to your pet, talk to them. This is a conversation. Please keep writing. If you feel like your pen stops, don't take it off the paper. Keep it there and allow yourself to push through the block that might be there and keep writing until I say we're done. Keep writing anything that's crossed your mind, anything that crosses your mind regularly that is in this field of regret. Let it flow onto the paper. Keep going. If there's anything there, go to button this segment up if you wish. Now we're going to express what happened when the passing happened. How did you feel? What did you go through? Let who you're communicating with know what happened. Just let it all go. Let them know what happened, how you felt. We've noticed a lot of people, they don't have the space in their life to grieve for a pet because they feel like they need to hide it. Either a husband may not understand, or the wife doesn't understand the husband, or the family doesn't understand. So coworkers may not understand that you're emotional because of passing of a pet. So allow that to come in through the paper, and whatever you went through, express it. You can go ahead and bring that segment to a close unless there's more to be called to writing that. Of course, always continue the flow that's happening within you. Now you're going to tell the pet or whoever it is that you're writing to who you are now without them. Who are you now without them? Did other pets come into your life? Did some things happen that you want to let them know? Is there anything that you've been wanting to tell them? We are at present moment now. If the pen seems to not want to say anymore, just let the pen flow. Just put something down and you'll move into a new space. Just let it go. And we can conclude this segment as well, bring this thought to an end. Now we're going to tap back into that sphere. If you would like to close your eyes just for a moment, tap back into that sphere. Fill yourself up with green energy again, or whatever color may have come to you. Allow yourself to open up your heart and not carry any type of sticky ickiness or heaviness that may be causing grief or the shoulders to round in your life. And if some things come up about other aspects of your life that you may be carrying grief, this is all very well connected. Because what we are doing here is you're building a pathway for yourself to let go of grief in the future if it enters back into your life, or if there's other grief in your life. Allow yourself to build this tool, this muscle, this pathway in you to let go of something in the future. And as you fill yourself up with this green energy, once again, tap back into who it is that you're communicating with, just to kind of say hi again. Maybe fill them with more green energy, see if anything changed. And we can open our eyes and move back onto the page. And now is a decision for you to write to the animal that and tell them how you are going to let go of the grief. Let them know I'm here to let go of anything that does not serve me, anything that is weighing me down. Because the truth of it is the animal only knows love, and it only loves you, because all this other stuff is from us. Allow yourself to be free of anything that you choose and you want to be free of. And as you're writing, through your mind's eye with your eyes open, you can try to see through the green aura that you are creating by opening up right now. Keep writing. Even if you think you don't want to say anything more, keep writing. If your mind wants to bebop around to some of the former things, just keep writing, keep expressing yourself. And our last segment of this letter is going to be a closure on your part. However you would like to close this letter off. Maybe some final things that you would like to say. sometimes it's good to hear multiple times that by you letting go of grief, you are not letting go of your connection to the animal, anything in that realm. You are simply letting go of what doesn't serve you, something that may be holding you back in your life. And to embrace that death is part of this life, this experience here on earth. And it's something that we don't talk about very often as human beings, but it is the most guaranteed thing here on earth, that we will move through these experiences in life. Now, at the bottom, I would like you to say maybe like a PS type thing, like a final thought. I would like you just to list, if you would like to list, or you can like make it a letter sequence again. Everything you've learned from the passing, the experience that you went through. The things that you've learned about yourself, about life. Could be simple, could have nothing to do with that, but it just happened in your life because this opened you up into something. Anything that you would like them to know that you learned. And you can go ahead and say whatever else you would like to say to bring your letter to a close. And when you're done, you can go ahead and just take a deep breath, close your eyes, kind of connect out of that letter space that you're in. You've been focusing now for a few minutes straight. Allow yourself to kind of unfocus. Now, in the beginning, about all of this, I said it's your choice to what you would like to do with the energy that you created tonight. And I would like to once again say, by you letting go of the grief, you are not by any means letting go of something that is kind of unlet-goable. It's something that's always there. Things cannot really be created or destroyed, right? We just like change places. We just change the experience of what we're experiencing, and your animal is still very much there. You know, by you following Nikki, it's people realize that the animals are still there. And I've had experiences in my life of the people that I have passed, they have given me experiences that they are very much still there. And some of the realms that I've worked in, I've only learned this on a deeper level. So I would like you to get the scissors and the bucket and the tools that you have. If you don't have any of that, that's fine. But I would just like you to like bring them into your like lap kind of. If you have a candle, please light it. And you don't have to hold the candle. If you're at a desk or something, you can just like put it by you, kind of have it within arm's reach if you can. And then once again, if you don't have it, now's not the time to like go up and get it. Really stay connected with the space that you're in. It's fine if you don't have these things. What we are going to do now is we are going to have a little ceremony. Now, if you have a bucket, I asked you to bring a bucket because I am going to give you the opportunity for that candle to burn the letter that you just wrote. If you don't have a bucket and you don't feel uncomfortable with burning the letter, you can use scissors and cut it up. And if you don't have scissors, you're going to tear it up into pieces. So let us all do this together now. To let go of the attachment of the things that are there and to really choose to move forward. If you choose to, this is a time of empowerment for each and every one of you. Watch the flame burn the letter. Watch the scissors cut through the letter. You can tear it up into a million pieces. Process what is happening within you during this time. The letter is not being destroyed. It is changing places. It is changing form. Everything you said is out there. Mike, why did we just go through all that? Now you're just having us burn it. Because it was about the journey. It was about everything that you said and what happened within you. And if you would like to put your computer on gallery mode or something, but if you would like to, you can put it up to the screen like what you're doing to all interact with each other. Because I'm seeing like 20 people do it, and it's a really cool thing to see, and it might help the rest of you watch it. Just go through the process nice and slow. We're all doing it together. You have like 49 people across the world all doing what you're doing together. And continually to give yourself permission to not carry grief anymore. Anger, sadness, some sort of that it's your fault that something happened. We can transform some of the hardest misunderstandings in life if we look at them as a lesson. Because then once we understand what it is that we were misunderstanding, if we just look at it differently, it will transform in time. Because then you apply what you learned to your life. So we are going to move into breakout rooms now. We're going to be in groups of 4, or let's see, we'll be in groups of like 4 people. And if there's any of you that can't talk or don't want to talk, that's fine. But all that this is, it's not a time for conversation. It's just a time I would like you just to express something that you kind of learned or went through, just like a little bit of self-expression to someone else that was in the same experience with you tonight. And take about 30 seconds per person. And somebody can just hop on and be like, hey, I'll go first or whatever, but just stay in this realm of conversation, okay? Just so you get to meet some other people and talk to some other people. Just say, introduce yourself. This is what I learned. This is what just a quick self-expression, 30 seconds, 45 seconds. And Nikki, you can go ahead and make the breakout rooms. 4 or 5 people, it doesn't matter. And then we'll pull you all back in, and that will be the end.
So some people haven't been assigned yet. Maybe it's just going slow.
This might be a room too.
Mm-mm. Okay, maybe. Usually it does everyone but us. So there are 5 of you here.
I think
You
they're
got-
still transitioning.
Oh, okay.
Well, it looks like this is a room. So we'll go ahead and we'll start with, oh, wait, are people still leaving?
I don't know.
We'll go ahead and start with, give us 1 second, guys. Oh, they're leaving. Okay. You should all end up in a room very soon.
I think this is the room. On my end, I see everyone's in a room, which is interesting. Not sure why, but we can just have this be a room. We have Laura, Allison, Neil, and Peaches MD.
Okay, why don't we go ahead and start with Allison? Would you like to share, Allison, anything?
So actually on my end, it says Allison is not joined. She should be in room 10, so I'm not sure. And then Laura, who's also here, was supposed to be in room 10. It says that she hasn't joined.
Well, they might not even be here then.
But we have Peaches. Sorry, it just says your name. So if you want to share, I don't know if Zoom's just taking extra long, but you can go ahead and share if you'd like.
Please go ahead and share.
What am I supposed to share? I'm not sure what am I supposed to
Just share anything about your experience, anything that you would like to say.
about this session. Well, it just made me write down everything that I was thinking and feeling. Not really letting go, but just knowing and being there, knowing my feelings for the loss of my dog.
How did it feel to go through that?
It felt a little bit not so much relieving, but kind of brought those feelings out. Perhaps I was keeping them in, but it kind of made, while I was writing, I was thinking of him and how it made me feel.
Perfect. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Candy. Hello, Candy. Would you like to share? No? Okay. Is there anybody else in here, Allison or Laura, that would like to share?
I don't think they are here. I'm not sure what happened. It says they haven't joined. So what I can do is, should I transfer Candy and I'm sorry, I don't know your name. I just see your email. Should I transfer her to another room so they can listen to other people?
I think that'd be best. Candy, are you sure you don't want to share anything? Okay. Yeah, go ahead and transfer them. We have about
I'm gonna transfer
minutes.
you guys. I don't know what happened. I apologize. I'm gonna move you now. I don't know what happened there.
Technology.
Yeah, Allison and Laura, it says that they're in room 10, but not joined. So Mira, were you the one that was emailing me that you couldn't get in at first? I can't hear you. You just nod. Actually, Mira, you're frozen now.
We'll bring him back in like a minute. Because the rooms have 3 people, so it's been 3 minutes already.
Some of them, yeah.
You can go ahead and close the rooms.
They have a minute to close. We're just waiting for everyone to come back into the main room. They have 17 seconds. Our teacup poodle is protecting the yard outside. You guys can hear him barking.
Okay.
Everybody back in?
Not
Yes.
quite. Unless we lost a lot of people in that.
We are now going to connect back into that space that you started the connection with. So you can close your eyes, take yourself through the same process that you kind of began with. Allow yourself to fill yourself up with that energy again. That heart space energy in the middle of our 2 worlds, so to speak, the higher and the lower. It really combines everything, and it's a beautiful coherence to have. And when you reach back out to who it was that you connected with, it's just simply a farewell. It's just simply maybe some appreciation or gratitude for the night, or if there's anything that happened within you, you would like to just bring up again and just say thank you. Honor and serve who it is that you're talking to. Thank you for the presence that they did have in your life. Animals are amazing teachers if we allow them to teach us. And we can just start to say a little farewell. It's kind of important to kind of cut that chain or that beam of light, or just kind of disconnect, allow that other energy, that other aura to just float away and to drift away into kind of like nothingness. Just kind of disconnect your 2 energies. And you can bring yourself back to the now. Continue to live in this nice green, expansive place that you can choose to enter into anytime. And I really recommend after this session, maybe stay off the phone, stay off the computer screens, stay off of social media, because who knows what you can just jump right in and see. You know, allow yourself to like just be with yourself a little bit. Just kind of relax for the rest of the night if you wish, for some time after this. And I'm going to give it back to Nikki. And I appreciate all of you and your trust for allowing me to be with you tonight. And I wish all of you the very best.
All right, everyone. So I just want to go over some final things here about connecting with your pets. Some of us feel that it has to be this extravagant process for us to really receive messages. Oh, Nikki, I'm not a psychic. I'm not a medium. Those are just human words. We are all telepathic beings. And I say this on all my videos. We can all do this. All right. So notice, is there a license plate with your dog's initials? Do you keep seeing the same number? Are you seeing repetitive yellow flowers lining your path? Sometimes maybe it's a cotton ball, and maybe your dog was this little white fluff ball, right? Sometimes it's the simplest, most like not extravagant thing, but it makes such a profound difference. So just to remind you, repetitive numbers, things in nature, you might hear them, you see them. Sometimes it's a simple knowing. So if you're walking at the park or even in the grocery store, and all of a sudden you get hit with this memory and you start smiling, it's not you just thinking of them. That's them implanting that into your mind to say, hey, mom, hey, dad. So a quick example for you. Our one poodle passed away in February, Jordy Rose. And she used to love running around our backyard, and she loved the sunshine. As she got older, her eyes couldn't handle the sun and she couldn't run. So the one day I'm sitting out back on my deck eating. I don't even know what I was doing, but I was not trying to connect with her. And all of a sudden in my mind, I heard her say, hey, mom, look at me. Look what I can do. And I received this image of her running around the backyard, sprinting in the sun. Now, two things could have happened with that. One, I could have just been like, oh, I was just thinking about that because that's what she liked to do. Or two, I could have been like, wow, that was a message from Jordan. She is okay and she's happy. And we had to help her transition. So just know that no matter what happened, no matter what, tragedies, accidents, no matter what, your animal is okay. They feel your love. They still love you. They see you. They want you to smile. Pets know when they're going to pass. So many of you may have heard stories, or maybe it's happened to you, where your animal runs off and hides to pass because they want to pass on their own. Sometimes they know it's better to pass on their own for whatever reason. So there's a lesson and a message in it, no matter what happened, and they are okay. So like Michael talked to you about today, releasing the guilt, letting go of the guilt, do that. And when you do that, ask them just to come to you. And I can guarantee every single one of you has already been receiving messages from your pets on the other side. They might have just been missed because they were so subtle that you brushed it off like, oh, they were, I was just missing them. So let me know when this happens. Shoot me an email, a text if you have my number, or a message, whatever. I check all my social media messages all the time. I try to get back to everyone like really quick, except TikTok. TikTok's crazy, but I try. Let me know what message you get from them because they're going to come. So again, tonight, when you lay down, close your eyes when you're in bed and ask your pet for a visitation. Imagine your heart connecting with their heart. And the way you can do that is a golden or white cord, or however you want to do it, whatever feels right for you. Imagine that connecting to their heart center and just ask them to come to you. And it's that simple. I thank you all for being here. Merlin got excited that Mike just walked in the house. I'm going to send this recording out tomorrow. I forgot to start it in the very beginning. I'm sorry about that, but the whole portion that Michael led you through will be there. So I hope you guys all have a lovely day wherever you are, or a night, and I'll talk to you soon. Thank you.